everyone, and welcome back to my Allotment Diaries. And hello if you are new, hello to all my subscribers who subscribed over the Christmas period when I wasn't here, and thank you to everyone who sent me a message to say that they were binge watching my vlogs over the Christmas. That is absolutely crazy. I'm sure there were more exciting things you could have binge watched, but you decided to choose me making an absolute mess of my allotment plot, so thank you so much. I hope you all had a nice Christmas and a happy new year. So I did, I certainly did. I got lots of presents. I didn't get my polytunnel, but I'm going to get my polytunnel for my birthday, which is at the beginning of February, so it's all good over here. Bit of I don't know if it's bad news or if it's just sort of stupidity news. Actually I should make that a weekly thing, I think, stupidity news with Emma. I think I've had a little break-in in my shed, but I think it's an animal. I think it might have been a mouse. The only creature on the plot I don't seem to have had a massive issue with so far, and now I think I have, because look, Sonic's been eating all this bird seed, and it's stupid because I've just left it here. I mean, it's pretty obvious they're going to eat it. I don't think it could be a bird, because I don't think a bird would get in, but I think maybe a mouse. I hope it wasn't a rat. Like I said, that is just my own fault and stupidity of just leaving stuff in the shed that should not be left in the shed. I'm lucky that no one broke in and stole this. Absolute pride and joy. People keep telling me off for using it, but I will continue to use it. I need to get tinsel and stuff down. It's not Christmas anymore, guys. It's over. Come on, move on, move on. I did sort all my seeds out and I left them all at home. My husband also brought me a GoPro for Christmas, which is very exciting. Again, I left it at home. I was just flustered this morning because it's the first day back at school. I'd like to do a little plot tour today and show you the new bits of wood that I got as well, and just see if I can just figure out what to do with them, really, because I've got lots of ideas. But anyway, well, we'll have a look. Let's do a plot tour. Obviously it's just starting to rain because this is the first time I've got down here for a few weeks, so obviously it's raining. When else would it rain? When else would it rain? Obviously when I get down here. There's a lovely rainbow over there though. Look at this lovely rainbow. Wow, man, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it's just there. It's just there. So where there is rain, there is sometimes a rainbow. There's a message in there somewhere, but I'm too tired to think of it. Right, let's have a little look at the plot and how it's going then. So I've still got the gate to go up. Still got the gate to go up there. I've got my little planters here ready to go. In the springtime I'll buy some little bulbs or something and put them in there. Down here we've got the sprouts. Now the sprouts didn't really amount to anything. Didn't actually end up eating any of them, but I might pick them today just because I don't know what else to do with them now. It's just getting ridiculous. They don't seem to be getting any bloody bigger, and I don't understand why. It's like they're just destined to be that big forever, and I don't know why. These are scouring pads, by the way, at the bottom, which were really useful when they were seedlings because the slugs don't like to slither up them, but as they've got bigger the slugs have just not bothered anymore. I don't know if they just lost their scour or whatever, but yeah, that was a good idea. I might pick some today and just see what we end up with. Also down here, all my spring tulips are coming up. How exciting. I can't believe they're still alive, to be honest. So many rules of what you should do with tulip bulbs when they die, when tulips die back and everything, and I've never listened to any of the rules, as usual. And they've just come back year after year, and they're absolutely stunning, and they seem to multiply every year, so they're very happy here. I'm just going to leave the tulips there. They're happy. Something at the plot is happy. This is my strawberry bed, not looking very happy. Looking a little bit messy, but I think we'll be okay with it. It'll be all right, guys. Don't panic. And then if we go down here, we can see I've got my onions and garlic coming up, which is just doing brilliantly. Look at the rainbow now. Oh, you must be able to see that. Look at that. Wow. That's really beautiful. I better get a picture of that, actually. Hang on. Right, apologies for that. I've just spent the last 15 minutes trying to take a picture of me with the rainbow. I think I've got it in. Look at it now. It's absolutely stunning. How about this to get rid of your January blues? Look at this. Absolutely massive. What a beautiful rainbow. Right over my plot. Right, where were we? Onions and garlics. Can't stand around all day staring at that. We've got to get on with things. Right, let me put the camera down. I said in one of my January New Year's resolutions, I said I'll make these vlogs look more professional. I'm not sure if it's happening so far. Maybe we'll just stick with what we know, eh? That'd be easier. Right, I want to show you these garlics. So some of these are onions and some of these are garlic, and I don't know which is which because I didn't label them. And I didn't realise they'd all look so blooming similar. Some of them at the back have grown a bit bigger. I'm assuming they're garlics because onions don't tend to do very well at my plot. Some of them have snapped a little bit, which is a shame. I don't think that affects them too much though. I've got a feeling they'll be fine, but yeah. I think my concern with them, and I've always got concern about something at this plot, is that I've buried them too deep. So when I put them in, I think you're supposed to leave a little bit of the bulb sticking out the ground, and I didn't do that. And now I'm just worried that, because what happens if you don't do that is that the onion doesn't swell and become a big onion bulb, which is the point of an onion. Yeah, so I think I'd buried them too deeply, but I'm hoping that it doesn't matter too much. Maybe I can uncover them a bit, I don't know. What do you think, guys? I didn't realise they were supposed to be buried so shallow. It might explain why some of them are bending over, or that might have just been the wind. I'm not sure. I could just have a little mooch and just see how deep I did bury it. Oh, just to there. Yeah, can you see what I mean? So this bulb in here, this should have been nearer to the surface. It is a newly mulched bed because this year I am going a bit no dig. So this bed is now officially a no dig bed, which means it's had a layer of cardboard and then a couple of layers of compost over the top. So I'm really hoping that means that the bulb will swell. Time will tell, I think. Time will tell. I don't really want to go digging them all up because they're all growing. I hate disturbing plants when they're already growing because I feel like I've sort of got it wrong and it's a bit annoying. Oh, why break the habit of a lifetime? I'm going to just uncover them a little bit, I think. I think I'm just going to move the soil away a little bit so that I know that they're sort of right. Always starts you mean to go on. I think I might just uncover them a little bit. They're not that deep under, actually. They're not that deep. They're all right. They might live. I don't bloody know if I'm just killing them now. Just uncover some of them like that. So I've essentially just dug a little hole around them all, so that the bulb is actually the right depth that it's supposed to be, and hopefully that'll just mean that the bulb will swell a little bit better as it starts to grow. I still think they will grow, but I don't know. And then these ones I'll leave, so I won't do it to all of them, just in case I've killed these and then I haven't killed all of them. Just etching my bets really, and just hoping that some survive. One of them will survive, hopefully. And they didn't last year, but it's New Year now. Anything could happen. Right, over here I've got my broad beans. These are doing amazingly. Look at these, absolute beauties. These don't mind the cold, the frost, the rain, nothing. Right, as we walk through the archway, I've started to no-dig this bed. I've started to no-dig. I don't know how you'd say it, but there we go. So you can see this corner here, he's got cardboard down. I don't know why I'm calling it it's a bed. It's got cardboard down and then a couple of layers of compost and one layer of manure under there as well. Birds are so loud today. Right, this bit needs to be done, and then this bed here needs to be no dog as well. No dog. No diggity. So I'm doing no diggity in that one and no diggity in that one eventually. And over here, this is where I planted my second lot of garlic out, and it's growing. Oh, it's that one that I've killed. Now this here is the garlic that I got from the seed box that I showed you, the growing seed box. I'll link it below. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, so sorry. But this garlic is doing so well, actually better than the shop brought stuff that I got, which is just amazing. I mean, look how healthy it is. This garlic is doing way better than the garlic that I brought over there, and that garlic I brought over there is doing okay. Like, I'm actually quite happy with that, but in comparison to this, it's rubbish. Does that make sense? I just can't tell you why, but it's just such a healthy, happy plant. It's just, look, it's not wobbling, it's not flopping, it's really rigid. It's just a good plant. And now that I'm an allotment expert, except this one's died, I don't talk about that one. But yeah, now that I'm an expert at this sort of thing, I can tell when a plant is really good and when it's just okay. When you get to my level of gardening skill, you will just be able to look at a plant and just know that's going to live. That's going to live. that's going to die. Like, that's just something that's just built into you, and this is going to live, and that's it. And then next to that garlic, that amazing garlic, which I just whacked in randomly, is this ghost, this drunk ghost which has fallen down. No, it's cloche, and it's covering. God, falling over. Right, okay, let's try again. Oh God, it's all just died. Oh, it's all been eaten. So under here is my red cabbage and cauliflower, and as you can see, it's all just been, look at that one over there, poor thing. They've all just been eaten. Basically, that's all that's happened. It's just been slug infected. And actually in this one here, I've caught one of the buggers in action. Where is he? Oh, it's in there. Look, one of the little sluggies in action. Oh God. You know what, they can have them. It's another thing that I've learned after, this is my 3rd year now on the allotment, or going into the 3rd year, is that sometimes you just got to let things go, and they can have them. They can have them because I've got onions and garlic and broad beans, so they can have them. Right, okay. This bed is currently empty except for tulips, and again, look, tulip bulbs coming up for the spring. How exciting! Look, there's hundreds of them actually. Absolutely hundreds of them coming up. Brilliant. So this section here is tulips. This section is sort of empty right now, and I will no diggity this. This is going to be no diggity. Over here, this did have potatoes in it. It's going to again become no diggity bed. No diggity. And this is where my flowers are, and this is now no diggity because I already put cardboard down and threw all the compost on the top like you're supposed to. So that's now a no diggity bed. This is my sweet pea structure, which stayed standing. You'll be happy to know it stayed standing over the winter and all the storms that we had. Excellent. I think it's going to hold sweet peas fine. And then over here, this is where my poor polytunnel will go eventually when I get it. We have a pallet here because we're getting our bathroom renovated at home. So I've got loads of pallets and wood and stuff. So we brought this pallet over here, which is a really good quality pallet. I love it. There we go. Just like focusing on the pallet. And then over here I've got some really long pieces of wood. So gonna use those for something. How exciting. Not sure what yet, but you know me, I'll find something. I haven't actually explained my decision to go no dig. I just realised I'm just rattling on about it. I did put it up on Instagram, and there is a blog post on it, and I will link my blog post below to my resolution to go no dig and the reasons why I'm doing it. But I'll just quickly explain on here. So I've been a little bit naive to no dig, and I was a little bit dismissive of it straight away when I got my allotment plot, and mainly for that reason is because my allotment plot was covered in brambles, and in order to get it actually working so I could grow stuff in it straight away, I had to dig it all out. And the idea of just putting ground sheets down and leaving it for months and months was really like disheartening. I just wanted to get going, really. I just wanted to get going with it. So I dug and I dug and I dug, and I got it into the state that it's in now, pretty much. Well, it's a bit better now. I'm just explaining something. Now that all of my raised beds are up and everything, I've just started to explore different gardening approaches, and no diggity is one that a lot of people recommended to me. So it started by Charles Dowding. I think it was started by him, or it's certainly exacerbated by him, and he goes on and on about the benefits of no dig vegetable patches and stuff. And it's essentially the idea of creating a sandwich, so you basically layering on to your raised beds as opposed to digging out. When you dig into the soil, you release lots of carbon into the atmosphere, which is not really great for the atmosphere. But also, by digging in your soil, you are disturbing microorganisms and healthy bacteria and stuff. So by not digging, you're keeping all the biodiversity in your soil, and you're making it healthier, and it's supposed to repress weeds as well, because you're supposed to get less weeds when you start layering things on. And when I say layering, what I've done is a layer of cardboard, a layer of manure, horse manure we get free here, and then layers of compost, and I'll just continue to mulch. But people put anything on top. You can put dead leaves on it, you can chop your crops up and put them straight onto your raised bed and layer it with compost, so that you can compost within your raised beds. You don't need a separate compost area. And I'm just going to experiment this year with the idea of no dig and just layer up my raised beds as much as I can with as much organic matter that I can physically find, peat free of course, and I'm just going to see the difference, and hopefully I will have less weeds and more productive crops. And that's why I'm going no dig this year, so you can join me if you want with the no diggity. I might start a hashtag on that actually, no diggity. So let's all go no diggity this year. Give it a go. Oh my god, my leg. So I picked a couple of sprout plants. They're not amazing, but I mean this one's got about maybe four edible sprouts on it. They're tiny, and this one here's got a few more. Again tiny, but maybe they'll just taste delicious, and what they lack in size they'll make up for in flavour, who knows. I think the slugs have got a lot to answer for really. I think it's their fault. When in doubt, blame the slugs, that's what I say. But yeah, lots growing here at the moment. Spring is springing up everywhere. We've got tulips and daffodils and things coming up, and it's very exciting. The weather's been quite mild in London actually, which is a little bit scary because it should be colder at this time of year, but it's not. It's quite warm. It was 16 degrees in London on New Year's Day, which is absolutely crazy. I hope you had a lovely New Year, and get out in your gardens, and I look forward to hearing more from you. I'm looking all around because there's birds just everywhere at the moment. This time of year is just so bird filled, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you had a nice new year, and get out in your gardens and get gardening, and I hope that you follow me along on here on Instagram, on my new blog, putting up lots of new blog posts at the moment. It's very exciting, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.